How's it going, guys? This is Ibanez, and today I'm going to be bringing you a co-narration PO match, actually. My buddy Hacks to the Max. Say hi.
Yay!
So, basically, he's going to start doing some battles soon, so I'll leave his link in the description, and you can go subscribe to him for those future battles he will be uploading.
Yeah, you better.
Hopefully pretty soon, so, that'll be pretty nice and stuff. So basically, this is a battle I had against my friend GraffikMonkey on his PO Live narration. That'll also be in the description. You can go check that out. And I brought my rain team, and he brought a sand team. And surprisingly, this was not a Volt Turn team, because it seems as if most people are running Volt Turn these days. You know, I don't know what's up with that, but wow.
Just kidding.
Yeah, so basically Breloom is going to be a beast in this battle, but not a whole lot, because, well, actually, there was a battle I had against him where I swept him with a Breloom. It was pretty hilarious. Breloom is just too strong, but now he has his Skarmory, so that's not too good. So any last words, Matt?
Subscribe.
So anyways, we're just going to get this battle now. I lead off with my Politoed, he leads off with his Landers. He's just going to go for the U-turn because, you know, he can't OHKO me with Earthquake.
And he goes into Lady Gaga. Yay!
Because it's not Pringles. This is actually Lady Gaga. You know, he wanted to be different.
But, you know, it's poison, so...
So that's, yeah, wow, just realized that. So I send in my Ferrothorn, and surprisingly, I don't get burned on the first turn with Scald. That usually seems to happen.
Yep.
And I'm just going to get up my Stealth Rocks.
Every time.
Every time. No, not every time, most of the time. And he's going to switch out to this Baus.
Yes, and then he goes for the Gyro Ball.
But, well, I went for the Gyro Ball because, you know, HP Fire can't OHKO, and I was like, why not? So now I'm going to switch out into my Politoed to get the rain back up, and he's going to go for the Fire Blast, because that's kind of what I expected.
And he gets the burn! Wow!
Okay, seriously, it's hard enough for me to get Scald burns, but then the 10% burn chance? What the heck?
And it was in rain, too, and even though that does make a difference, that's still kind of poopy.
So I go for the Scald, because I was feeling a bit pressured, because, yeah. And in comes Lady Gaga. So now I go for the Perish Song, because why not?
Lady Gaga needs to die.
It does. Or she does. I can't tell. It doesn't show the gender on the ASoft recorder.
Oh.
So it's going to perish in 3 turns, but I got to get out of here because I don't want to perish. So in comes Ferrothorn again.
And no burn.
Surprisingly, no burn again. I'm like, wow, I must be on a roll today, man.
You know,
so,
besides that Fire Blast.
So in comes Herpes.
Herpes. Wow.
I just go for the Gyro Ball in case Celebi decided to come back in again or something. But now I got to switch out because this thing can just set up on me all day.
Spikes. Them spikes.
So now I'm going to double switch into my Tornadus, predicting the Celebi, but he goes into Tyranitar. I don't understand. And why would you go into Tyranitar on a... What the heck is this thing? I forgot. Starmie, who could go for the Hydro Pump and 2-hit KO. And now I go for the Focus Blast, and he switches into Jellicent, so there's a lot of switch shenanigans going on here.
Lady Gaga's trolling you.
Oh my gosh. So now I'm going to go for the Focus Blast again, because I was predicting his switch back into Tyranitar, but he stays in and taunts me, so I guess that's not that big of a deal, because I am racking up some of that toxic damage. And in comes my Breloom, because I was predicting him to go for the Recover, so now I got my Breloom in safely. Great.
And what do you go for here? I don't remember.
I believe I go for the switch into Starmie, predicting his Skarmory, I think. Okay, Infernape, close enough. And I'm not sure if I outspeed, because I'm a little bit afraid that he's Scarfed, so I'm actually going to switch out into my Ferrothorn, because there's no way he was going to go for the Flare Blitz right there. And he's actually going to switch out into a Celebi, which is really bad for me, because this thing does have the HP Fire. It'll 2-hit KO me from right now. So I'm like, okay, let's go into Latios. And he goes for the Earth Power. So that's fine. But he didn't go for the HP Fire, which is weird. And I was like, I wonder why.
That shows you he doesn't have the HP Fire.
So I go into my Breloom, predicting him to go for something. But he goes for the HP Fire, which isn't fire. It actually turns out to be ice. I was like, wow.
Who runs HP Ice Celebi? It'll just get worse.
I don't know.
Oh, then
So now I go
that's
back into
Earth
my
Power.
Latios to take a Hidden Power Ice. So I'm kind of being a little bit dumb right here. But again, I'm running specs on this thing, so I know that's okay.
And
So I go for the
just
Draco
it.
Meteor, and I get a crit, which may or may not have mattered. I am specs, but come on. He got the Fire Blast
Well,
burn.
and he can just pursuit trap you with this thing.
But he makes the mistake of actually going for the pursuit, as I'm actually going to stay in. And if he would have gotten up his Stealth Rocks, he might have had an easier battle, but we don't know that yet.
Yep.
So now I can just send in my Breloom to take on this thing, and he probably predicted me to go for the Spore, but I just go straight for the Drain Punch, and now my Rain will be here to stay.
Yay, rain!
Yes. So now he's going to send in this G-Monkey, and I'm fearing the Flare Blitz, so I'm going to switch out into my Politoed. But he's actually going to go for the Overheat, and he's going to crit me. Hello.
Look at that damage. That did nothing.
That was a 20% crit. That was great. This Rain is too strong. And now he shows me his item, which is kind of a bad move because now I know that he's not Scarf and he's Expert Belted.
So now you can just send in that Tornadus.
And I can freely spam the Hurricane, which is also specs because, again, I accidentally put 2 specs users on. Look how much that does. That did way too much.
Wow.
And that's going to take out his Skarmory right here. So now I've taken the lead, 4-3. That's pretty nice. He's going to send in Lady Gaga. And I'm like, okay, I calced it. This will take it out. But no, because he has to be that one guy that runs the Special Defense EVs max. And then he gets the burn with Scald. Come on, man.
Oh my gosh.
That's just not fair. So now I'm going to switch out into my Breloom, predicting him to go for Recover. Just so I can get Breloom in again. Because Breloom is going to be a beast in this battle.
Yep.
Now, I go for the Spore, but he stays in for whatever reason. I was like, I don't understand.
Oh.
But, you know, whatever. And so now I'm just going to go for the Drain Punch because I go for Drain Punches on Jellicents. Nah, but I figured he'd be sending in this Infernape. And now he's going to go for the Overheat, and I thought I could take it. Not just that, but I didn't really want to switch out.
Well,
but Breloom doesn't take it. I don't understand. I was running Special Defense EVs too. What the heck, man? So now I'm just sending my Starmie, and I go for the Thunder.
In case you want to go into Jellicent again.
But in comes this thing, and I'm like, Death Fodder again! So I'm having to Death Fodder a lot of things on the field right now, but it'll be all good in the end. So he sends in Lady Gaga. I can just go out into my Tornadus again and continue to spam the Hurricanes, but of course, my longevity has been decreased because Scald burns and not KOing.
Oh no.
So, bleh. So now, I'm just going to switch out into my Ferrothorn here as he's going to go for the Earthquake. And, again, if he would have gotten his Stealth Rocks up, he might have had an easier time.
You probably would have
because, I don't know. Well, if I went for the Leech Seed right here before the Gyro Ball, I would have won the game anyways. So, I don't know. It really could have gone either way.
Yeah, because he's choice, so he can't even touch your Tornadus.
Yeah, in general. So, I guess it doesn't really matter. Plus, if the Stealth Rocks were up, I would have stayed in. And, like, I mean, there's a lot of things that could have affected the battle, really. I mean, there was Stealth Rocks could have been up. I might have not gotten burned with the Scald. All that stuff could have happened, but again, if I just stayed in, he'd gone for the Earthquake, I would have taken him out anyways, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. But that's good game, GraffikMonkey. Yeah, that was a very close battle. Came right down to the wire. Speaking of wires, yeah, it's been storming outside my house, so you know those electrical wires.
Wow.
And yeah, so I'm flying around on my little cloud here. And, yeah, thanks for co-narrating there, Hacks to the Max.
Hey, thanks for having me, bud.
So, anyways, be sure to check him out, and, the screen went black, but that's okay, because, you know, it's dark outside, so that kind of makes sense.
Very fitting.
Very fitting indeed. Those skinny jeans.
Wow.
Anyways, be sure to subscribe to Hacks to the Max, and I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
I'll see you next time. Bye.
Yay!